Boy, have I really fallen off on the job. I didn't get half done what I wanted to get done. I wanted to get the whole wing done this weekend, but shoot, I didn't do hardly anything. So, where's my slippers? We'll just carry on. Let's see, probably in the bathroom there. Yep. Okay. We'll work on transposing these landing gear clips. Get them set up and ready to go. So what I'm going to do here, take that out of there. Let me pin this down. Things acting goofy. Okay, get the setup block here. So how I'm going to do these gear blocks on this one, I'm going to measure across the center of this. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be close. Yeah, we can use this piece of wood here. It's close enough to straight. Not right. Okay, it's bigger than an inch. So this is my clip cutout. Now I have it on the center line, but if I transfer it to the other side on the center line, that means the lead outs will rub on this, possibly. But this is the outboard. So we need at least 1/4 of an inch, because we have a plywood base and then the I don't leave a whole lot. So I guess we can raise it up like so. I'm just trying to get in my mind when I hollow the inboard side out, how much can I take away from this? Something like that. I guess that's plenty for the lead outs to pass through. And this amount here is plenty for that. Let me turn this computer on here so I can see. so I can see if there's any chatters. Come on now, hurry up. There we go. No, I don't want that. Hey, Tom. Yeah, we're getting it. I mean, I was supposed to be a little farther along, but I'm not. So that's just the way it is. Let's see. What did I do with them blades? There they are. Get some new blades in this. Well, I want to tell you something. I went out today to Big Lots, and I wanted to buy some of these plastic tubs that I got for storage. I think the bill was around $24 or whatever, 23 and change. I handed the gal a $50 bill. She says, we can't take $50 unless you spend half of it. I said, I don't want half of it, even though this is what I want. You're not going to take it? Nope, we can't take 50s. I said, keep it. I walked out the door. I'm tired of that nonsense. The banks want to give you $50 bills back when you go to the ATM. This country has gone to hell. My dad would be so infuriated right now. Okay, there's my landing gear clip shape. So now let's transfer it to this one. I better make it extra pattern too so I can get it exact on the other side. We got 7 watchers. Dan, you better be in the garage. Now, I'm going to do something unorthodox here. I don't expect you guys to follow suit. These normally are doubled up with 16th ply on one side. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have any 16th ply, is I'm going to put 64th, one on each side. So we're making our own plywood. ¿Qué onda? Okay. Get yourself some of these setup blocks. They are handy. There we go. I don't have any scissors here. I took them all home. Wait a minute. I might have a pair here. Yep, I do. Okay, good. So we need 2 of these. We'll get it done eventually. Frank! No problem. I'm building the Aegis 2nd edition. Just like the last one I finished, only different. The last one I finished, only different. Okay, we got one traced out here. This weighs 1 ounce right here. The wing weighs 1 ounce so far. It'll be about 2.5 per side, or 5 ounces complete for the wing, including the sheeting. No bell crank or flaps, but or tips. Usually, if you're going to make weight on an airplane this size, a complete wing, including controls, horns, flaps, hinges, ready to go, should be 10 ounces. Okay, so we got RH2, RH2, RH2. See, if I was back in St. Louis, I'd take my Forstner bits and drill holes in it. But I'm not going to monkey with it. I'm just going to leave it solid on the outboard side. A little added strength for the gear. It's like cutting paper, which paper is wood, so. I don't have any thick CA, so I don't want to put epoxy on these, where a lot of people would argue with me about that, but epoxy is just too damn heavy. So we'll flood it with CA and hope we can get it set down on there. Okay. That's one. Take your time here, because if you make these goofy, they'll show up on in the sheeting. There'll be a lump in the sheeting if you don't get it sanded right. Okay, where's the other one? Two. Yeah, too big. Too big. So we'll pull it down there and sand the top off. Okay, we got about, I don't know, 32nd of an inch sticking above the rib. We'll just sand it down a little bit down here too. Take nothing. I want to make sure to flood this with CA. You don't want it coming apart. You know, I probably can just get away with one of these on here, except I did it on the wrong side, so we'll put the other one on this too. I'm always looking for parts to leave off. That is a perfect rib there. Perfect clip. Okay, let's do the other one now. Just cut it close because I know I'm going to have to sand it. Do the other side of that. I went to Lowe's today and bought a DeWalt impact and drill driver combo battery. Regularly, I think it was $250. I got it for $149. Had to do that because my drill and impact are dying at work. I bought Porter cable. They worked for a while. I mean, I'm on my third set at work of Porter cable drills and things, and I'll give DeWalt a chance to see how they work. The only problem is I'm pretty invested in DeWalt batteries. I mean, Porter cable batteries. And them batteries ain't cheap. They are super proud of them. When my batteries take a crap, I'm just going to fix them. Just buy a box of 18 650s, unsolder the things, and put new ones in it. Why some models use those type of ribs alignment instead of more common perpendicular? Okay. This is called a geodesic, not geodetic, geodesic form of construction. If you look at a bridge, there are no straights. It's all at an angle because angled ribs offer more torsional rigidity. You can use less of them. So in this wing, let's say that the spacing, every other one, the ribs left out are 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ribs are left out of it. If they were straight. 49, Steve. We had one gain, but one away. What can I say? I lost 4 members this month. I could bring up the analytics, but YouTube they frown on it, so I can't do that. Yeah, anytime you can use angles, point to point, it's much stronger than straight ribs. I'm going to weigh this rib and see the difference in making them or plywood. I bet this thing didn't weigh much. So Mike Patey says, math, science, engineering. Shit, I ain't no good at math. Yeah, that looks right. Copy something. I am a by experience model builder. I'm not an engineer. I've just built so many airplanes. I know what works and what doesn't. Okay, this rib feels pretty substantial. It takes a little to make them, but what the hell, we got time. If I really put the hump on, John just started painting. Well, he put his airplane together. He hasn't started painting. If I really put the hump on, I'd have this one done before his is done. And more than likely, this will be done before Danny's is done. So, because of that hour-a-day discipline. It only takes an hour a day. It's all it takes. But I guess, you know, I'm trying to catch up on the time. These guys say I don't have the time to build. Well, neither do I. It's an hour a day. What are you gonna do? I mean, that ain't nothing. Do it in the morning before you go to work. Get up early in the morning. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I get up in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. Work on these things. You know, depends on your priorities, I guess. Okay. Okay. This doesn't have to be perfect here. It's just where the thing glues to. All right. This is a nice part. Came out better than I thought it would. Let's see what it weighs. Is this worth it for most? No. Most guys are not trying to build this airplane 50 ounces, you know. Shoot for 50 and accept 55 or 60 or 57. I did build one of these at 48 though. We had good wood then. You find the 2000 Nats windy video. It's my Viper 8 sitting on in the pagoda, 48 ounces. Of course, it was a kind of a crappy color. It was gray. And how that gray wound up is DC 540 primer with clear over it. Clear, then primer, then trim colors. And then clear. It looked all right. Okay, let's see what it weighs. Come on. I should have bought me another scale at Harbor Freight, I guess. There we go. 3 grams. Yep, 3 grams. Geodetic intersect each other. RH2. Like a honeycomb egg crate wing. Look at that, it fits perfect. Okay, on to the next one. I'm gonna have to watch that on the next model where it lands. Okay, what happened to it? There we go. RH3. How long we been on, guys? Only doing an hour. Let's see here. We got 28 minutes left. At least we'll get these done. Starting to get hungry. Definitely get thirsty. Yes. You cut a foam wing out of 2-pound density foam, not 3/4 pound, but 2-pound density foam, the heavy stuff. You can do it 3 or 4-pound density foam. That makes the cradle more stable because you're not going to use it anyway. Then you plot out the angles. And hot wire it up into sections. And pull the sections out and copy those ribs. Draw lines on the cradle like I have on this one. You cut this, you don't have to cut this spar. It's best to mark where the spar goes, or you can cut the spar like this so that you can sand it to get it in there. How's the weather here now? I bet it's a lot colder than it is there. I'm building another one of these airplanes right here. I'm going to have to make a... see, my computer blew up. And I got a new computer with Windows 11. And I'm still trying to figure it out. That's why I haven't made the 23 support badges yet. Because I can't figure this damn thing out. Anyway, I'm building another one of those airplanes right there. Did you see that RDB, or is that DB Cooper? Did you see the work on that I did on this airplane? Pretty shiny. Yeah, well, this is one of 15 that I have. Just what I need is another airplane. If you search my channel, you can see the models that I've built. Oh, you do? Okay, good. That's good. Obstacle course here. I can hardly wait till I get back to St. Louis so I can build in a decent shop. Okay, now let's see here. Let me put a hat on. You guys don't need to look at my bald head. This is art. Silk span. I use double-aught silk span, free flight stuff. If I could get it lighter, it'd be lighter. If I could figure out how to get Japanese tissue on there on the wings, I'd use Jap tissue, but I can't. Jerry Phelps was going to teach me, but he's passed away, so I guess I'll have to wait till I meet him, if I do. Learn how to Jap tissue. Polyspan takes too much dope to fill. That'll be all right for an RC model, because you guys mostly fly on grass, don't you? And it's pretty durable stuff. What sold me on back in the 90s, when Hayjack was alive, went over his house and he said, I got some new stuff to show you. I said, okay, great. What is it? It's polyspan. I said, well, what the hell is polyspan? He said, watch this. And he dropped a screwdriver from about this high up, boom, right into the open bay. And it went doing and it bounced off. I said, man, that is the coolest. That's some good stuff there. Well, I covered all my first 3 Thunderbolts with polyspan, and I was on the front row with number 3, my lightning bolt Thunderbolt, but the airplane was heavy, 68 to 70 ounces. I can't remember exactly, but it was heavy. Too much dope to fill. So using I'll put this one, let's say maybe that, and just using double-aught silk span, I can do a 6-ounce finish. Everybody says, no, you can't do a 6-ounce finish on a 700 square inch area. Yes, I can. Ask John. That includes the paper, the fillets, all the dope. It's using my 1-quart system. But it takes a super amount of sanding. That is correct, Frank. If you put the dull side up, it'll take 10 gallons of dope to fill. You can get polyspan from a dressmaker, or from like Joanne Fabric. Probably be cheaper than buying the $20 rolls from Rodak or wherever. But just take a piece in there and show them this is what I need, and they'll fix you right up. It's for dress lining, or something. I can't remember what it's for. Bob Violet, yeah. Do I build RC airplanes? I have. I built airplanes for Schaefer's Hobby Shop. I've been doing control line airplanes going on 60 years. And probably the truth be known, it'd be 60. But I just never have had an excitement for RC airplanes. You can't feel them. I like the beauty of a control line stunt airplane. And when RC became mostly foamies and garbage like that, I really lost interest in RC. The buy and fly crowd. Now with this world turmoil, there ain't going to be no more ARFs. So the guys that are ARFing it are going to have to learn how to build. So you better pay attention. You can get some stuff called Fast Cal that you can paint on. That's like monocoat. You iron it on and you can paint over it. That comes from, God, I can't remember the guy's name now, the combat guy. Steve Moon had some ARF Noblers being produced, and they were covered with Fast Cal. It would have been all right. I don't think you can dope on them. I think you have to use automotive, but dope is a strange animal. But once you figure it out, there ain't nothing like it. It's very forgiving, very easy stuff. Yeah, that's right. But there is no difference between what I build and an RC airplane. The only difference is what controls it. Same shit. That's why I don't understand why I don't have more RC guys over here watching what I'm doing. Because I don't have RC in the name of the title. It's UC. Same technique, same layout, same math, same everything. I mean, I know there's quite a few RC guys over here. Like Frank, he's RC guy, and you bet. I was in awe when I was a kid. I mean, I go out to Whittier Narrows and look at those airplanes, the beauty of those things. I said, I got to learn how to do that. My dad, he flew speed. I've built a few speed airplanes for different guys. Bob Franklin, I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He ran D speed. I built a couple D speed airplanes for him. Hand rub lacquer and all that nonsense, but I'm just not interested. And if I lose interest in something, like my Thunderbolt, that Thunderbolt's going to be a nice airplane for somebody, but not for me. It's too damn heavy for me. So when I get back to St. Louis, I'll finish inking it and put some clear on it. And we'll see if if my prediction was right that it's going to come out 65, 68 ounces, and I'm sure it is. You know what? When I find something like I just stop because I'm wasting my time. I got to build something competitive. You know what? Let's sand the one and then do the other one. I had Bob Hunt make me a lost phone wing version of a RC Ultimate biplane. Gonna do a bit on my channel one of these days. Well, you can get, for you guys that are really enthusiastic about it, I've shown every way to do this, but if you want to see Bob Hunt do it, he offers a video, compound molding and straight form molding balsa video. He also offers a 2-set version of building a lost foam wing. But it's everything. He shows you everything that I've showed you already. So you can, but they're professionally edited. They put me to sleep, but they're professionally edited. And, if I want to go to sleep, I can turn one of them on. Kind of like Al Rabe. I got I have every tape Al Rabe ever made. Boy, you put them on, I'm sawing Z's right away. But if you can glean just a little bit of information, a little bit from me, a little bit from Bob, a little bit from Al, Wendy, nobody knows it all, so yeah. The best video that you can buy is the Don Tripod Pilot Painting Series. I think he has a Vic Macaluso. I can't remember. I have to ask Bob. I think it was Vic Macaluso who did the Japanese tissue video, but I can't figure it out. Oh yeah. I watch cabinet making. I watch fabrication. I mean, I'm a fabricator during the day. Steel, but same shit. Different methods of cutting. that I glue and I'm welding. Was a mechanic 30 years. What do we got now? We only got 9 minutes left on this tape. I want to keep these sessions to an hour so nobody loses it. See, the metrics goes way down when you guys click in and watch for a little bit and then click off. Doogie doogie. I do not see anything wrong with this type of construction here on these clips. I think it'd probably be stronger than one piece of plywood because I got more area. Corazón, esto es. Cuatro. So what I'll do here between now and the next, I'll finish cutting those half ribs up and get them sanded. Phil Cartier, that's right, John. That way you don't have to sit through me cutting them ribs. I don't think you can dope it though, can you, John? I think you got to use car paint. Could be wrong. I don't know. I've never used this stuff. 2 layers of plywood. Yes. Balsa between them. 64th ply. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Mark's famous last words. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Can't see it from my house. Yeah. You don't want to use two layers of polyspan. Jeez. That 2 layers of silk span even is no good. The strength comes from the dope. It doesn't come from the covering. You're only using the paper to hold the dope. I know that sounds stupid, but Saturday at John's will return next week. Unless something else happens. I need to check on my buddy Jim Lynch, see how he's doing. I haven't heard from him in a while. Looks great. What looks great? Did you hear that noise? That's from a piece that wasn't glued down. So we've got to make sure that's glued down. I wonder where Little History went to. I don't see him anymore. Okay. A lot of guys kind of fell off the planet. I appreciate what you did on Stunt Hanger, Jonathan, but it won't do any good. Won't do any good. Okay, we got the two clips done anyway. So I got 6 more half ribs to cut and hollow, and then that's it. I'll do them off camera after I end this video. So when you come back tomorrow, we can start working on the other side. I certainly didn't get it done in one weekend. I just been screwing off. Kind of coasting, taking a break, I guess. But it'll get done. Have you ever built a wing like that before? So little balsa surrounding holes. I do that. I don't know what you mean. I've built these wings for the last 15 years like this. I used to build I-beam wings until I run across Hunt's, lost foam cradles. I built some D-tubes too. I mean, Continentals and that stuff. Yeah, I know. I hope I get some more numbers too. There's the reason why I-beams are so nice is because everything is in alignment to the glass. The motor mounts, the elevator stabilizer, the flaps, the elevators. The wing is on a perfect plane with the glass. So if you got a flat plane surface to build on, that airplane is dead nuts straight. They're super light because there's no extra wood anywhere. However, due to the type of construction that it is, the trailing edges are very floppy because they're not boxed like this. It's just a square piece of 1/2 inch. So what I thought of doing, and I talked to Billy about this, is building an I-beam wing with a boxed leading edge, a 1 inch boxed leading edge, and a box trailing edge just like this with cap strips. And that will that'll lock the thing up. I'm sure it would work. I'm absolutely 100% sure it would work. I bet I could do it to this wing. Just build a box leading edge. Put the crushed strips in here. And then cap strip it. Except it's not a beam, it's a C2. All right, guys, I'm going to end the program. It's been an hour. Didn't get a whole lot done. Only got 2 ribs done, but at least you see the method to my madness. It took a half-hour piece to do. What can I say? It takes what it takes. Oh yeah. And I'll tell you this, on a beam, I've built up beams out of balsa wood, where you laminate balsa wood, 1/4 inch or 3/8 or whatever you want to make your beam out of, and you put toe on the top and toe on the bottom, and then cap it with an eye, the top cap, and then put all the plywood doublers in the middle. Shit, you got a 2.5 ounce beam by the time you're done. No good. I got 2 beams sitting in my shop in St. Louis right now that are built that way. They're no good. I'm going to have to go to the lumber yard and buy a piece of clear white pine batting. It's 1/4 by 2, and I'll cut that. Actually, you sand the beam out of that piece of clear white pine and whittle it down. I can make a beam 1 ounce that's stronger than a built-up reinforced with carbon fiber. But it takes a lot of work to do. It's a pain in the ass. You can't hardly find any white pine anymore. I might have to go to wood crafters, and it'll be $10,000 for a piece of clear white pine. Has to be straight grain, no knots, clear. It's soft. It's great to work with, but you can't cut it. You have to sand it. You got a taper in the beam. It comes this way and it tapers out towards the tips. You draw that on that piece of wood. You can't cut that, otherwise the wood will relieve and it'll bend. It won't be straight. So you draw your center line at 1 inch all the way down the 5-foot beam, and then you draw the top line and the bottom line, and you put it on a belt sander and you sand to that line. It takes a while to do. And then you start lightening it up and you make it 3/16 perimeter with different stanchions in it. But you get it's 1 ounce when you're done. Starts off about 7, I think, 7 or 8 ounces, maybe more, maybe 9, and you get it down to 1. It takes a lot of work. See, that's sweat equity. You got to put in the effort to reap the reward. It's just like my hand rubbed paint. I could get that same look or get a look similar to that with urethane, but at what cost? The finish would be 10 to 16 ounces. So I'd rather use the elbow grease and save the weight. All right, I'm getting off here. Just starting to ramble. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you later. Cedar is no good. See ya.